Hi, Satan here from Activision. We're excited to announce our new Call of Duty Modern Warfare feature. We call it, Don't Own a PlayStation, Sucks to Be You. If you play on Xbox and PC, you get an experience that PlayStation owners just won't get. When you're playing the game, get half the ammo, half the health, and most importantly, half the screen. Yes, you heard it right, experience only some of the content that you would experience if you had a PlayStation. Someone just headshot you? You would have seen them if you had a PlayStation. Out of ammo? Probably would have had plenty if you had a PS4. So you better get in quick because this feature is only until October next year when the new Call of Duty comes out and this year's release is already dead. This is just some of the great ideas Activision has to make you feel shit for not having a PlayStation. See you on the battlefield, non-PlayStation owning scum.
Guys, it's a very dark day. I'm sorry to have to tell you this, especially Sam's just come back from holidays. I've got some really bad news, Sam.
Hit me with it, man.
It seems like for the very first time, Activision has done something with Call of Duty that is not consumer friendly.
That's impossible.
I'm sorry.
That's absolutely
I didn't believe it either, but I checked it out. It's definitely
It's like
true.
that whole red dot bullshit.
I didn't want to believe either, Sam, but you need to face into the truth. They've let us down for what feels like the first time.
Activision would never do anything against the consumer to make more money.
Is this good for the player?
I know. I mean, it's like CD Projekt Red and Activision. They're the two companies that we looked up to.
And EA, man. Don't forget
it's
them.
like, if we can't trust Activision, then who the fuck can we trust? Like who?
I don't know.
Nice.
Okay guys, so we actually played Call of Duty Modern Warfare beta last week. I was in Tokyo. It's good fun. You should have seen the stream I was doing. My god, it looks so smooth, everybody.
600 bitrate stream, baby.
Incredible. But
Amazing.
apart from that, people actually really enjoyed the beta. It looked like it was actually getting beta reviewed pretty well.
It was, actually. I think most popular sentiment out there for like hardcore COD players who played it, most of them really enjoyed it. I personally didn't really like it that much because it just felt like
COD.
old COD, which old COD fans want. Fair enough, no arguments there. For me personally, just like the type to kill thing where you look at someone and immediately they just fall over, that's boring to me. I will say the map design actually looked quite interesting because instead of just being like these 3-lane highways, they were quite open and lots of different points of entry and exit and stuff. I like that. It did feel much more diverse to be moving around those spaces.
Yeah.
And there was sort of like a gritty realism to the presentation and the weapon handling that felt really good.
It was all looking really good, right? Until State of Play PlayStation showed a new trailer, okay? A new trailer showing what the campaign's gonna look like, and a little thing at the end of that trailer showing that there's going to be an exclusive entire year mode just on PlayStation, okay?
Yes.
No more red dot stuff. This is the end game now.
It is.
Thor, he's back. That kid on the TV just called me a dickhead again.
Noob Master.
Yeah, Noob Master 69 called me a dickhead.
How are you not in fucking school? The fuck you say to me, you little shit? Because the fucking youth of society. You shut up when I'm talking to you. You shut your mouth.
It's called Spec Ops and it's like a survival mode. So I'm guessing it's kind of like Horde mode from Gears of War maybe, where you just got tons of dudes coming at you and you can like set down defenses and stuff. It sort of indicated that from the trailer. And in the little tiny text at the bottom of the screen said that this game mode was exclusive to PlayStation 4 until October 2020. 1 year exclusive deal for a game mode in the new Call of Duty. What the fuck?
It's okay though, because look, Call of Duty doesn't come out every single year. So by the time that the new game comes out in October, man, I mean, heaps of people are still going to be on Call of Duty Modern Warfare. I know it.
This is pretty crazy, because like all jokes aside, think like realistically, this is absolutely an annual franchise that dies in the ass pretty fast after its initial release. Like your hardcore COD players stick around after that, sure. But most people, I'm talking like 90% of the community drops off after like the first month because they get bored of it.
Perfect example.
I think FIFA actually has a longer tail, like more people play FIFA for longer because it's just like, it's like the one thing that they can do. Whereas there's a lot of other first-person shooters people can play, but there's only one soccer game. Well, there's Pro Evo as well, but like it's mainly FIFA, you know?
But with FIFA, annual franchise, every single time the new one comes out, most people jump on the new one, right? Imagine if FIFA came out, they're like, you can't play Ronaldo you can only play Ronaldo on PlayStation for an entire year.
Yep.
But don't worry, guys, when the new FIFA 21 comes out,
Yep.
you can play Ronaldo on all the consoles for the previous
Crazy.
one.
EA games.
That's a frickin' demon.
No one's gonna. It's ridiculous.
It really is.
It's the dumbest thing I think I've seen Activision ever do. Legitimately.
Yeah, I do feel like... So they did this with Destiny in the past as well. Destiny had exclusive content for Destiny 1, and, basically it was like exclusive strikes, exclusive maps, weapons. The community fucking hated it. Like, they were constantly at Bungie about it for taking that deal. But, like, it was obviously Activision's decision. They published the game. They have the rights to make that decision. But even then, it wasn't an entire game mode sectioned off. And Destiny wasn't meant to last for only a year. The idea that you would have a game mode in a game with, like, basically, what do you call that thing where planned obsolescence. This is a game about planned obsolescence. It's meant to get old.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to
Stop
I was
playing
like,
it.
what the hell's planned obsolescence?
Planned obsolescence is like in like your mobile phones and stuff, where like they're designed to get upgraded
I
and
knew that,
cast
guys.
aside.
I'm just fucking with Ralph.
But like it's like putting a 1 year deal in a game mode that's meant to expire after a year. That's just madness.
I would be more open to this idea, even if I think it's fucking garbage, if it was a different price point. You know, like you're actually getting the same two games, and you're taking a decent chunk out of that content, out of everyone else that is paying for the same product. It's ridiculous, you know.
Totally.
It's so consumer unfriendly, and it's evil. Activision evil.
It comes at the time when Treyarch have actually just announced their final update for Call of Duty Black Ops 4, their final content pack. And this was actually really beautifully summarized by a tweet that went out recently from Call of Duty News. It reads, Treyarch last year, Black Ops 4 will be the most supported game and played for years. Treyarch today, Dark Divide is the last operation. Oof. Yeah. So, like, it just demonstrates the fact that, okay, sure, they always talk up the fact that they want their COD games to last forever, but they absolutely plan to drop these after a year, and yet now they're signing an exclusive deal where, hey guys, next year you're going to be able to play this game mode. Absolute craziness.
I mean, I just worry that this is going to be a trend going forward where, you know, this sells really well on PlayStation because, I mean, Sony is also to blame here. If it sells really well on PlayStation, is Sony then going to go to more publishers and developers and go, hey, do this with us too? I mean, it's just evil, dude. Like, you're fundamentally making you're making an exclusive war not only with games but also with specific experiences within that game. Totally. It's like it's getting to the next level of exclusivity. You know?
Yeah, it's look, they have been trying to do this sort of stuff for a long time. They've been successful in doing it with different games. This is definitely, I think, the highest profile case of exclusive because you're talking about COD, which is literally the biggest game in the world, and you're talking about a game mode exclusive for a full year. So it is a next level kind of achievement for them. I do think some of the blame, or a huge amount of the blame, or probably most of the blame, lands at Sony's feet because, like, they're the ones pitching for this. And if they, like, I get it, man, business is business for sure. But at the end of the day, like, it's just not a good move. It's not like a good. It's bad karma with this shit, man. There's some bad karma coming at you for doing this sort of thing.
I think ultimately this is a very it's not a consumer friendly move, with PlayStation really positioning itself in the last few years definitely being very consumer friendly.
Yeah.
You know, with their exclusive first party games, it's, you know, very light, if not non-existent on the microtransactions, and they've definitely positioned themselves in a really great way at the moment. To go out now and make these kind of deals and broker these types of deals, I think it's fundamentally unfair to a lot of consumers that don't have an extra $500 to buy a PlayStation because they've already maybe invested in an Xbox.
The Call of Duty subreddit is, of course, completely on fire. Many posts, thousands of upvotes, calling them out on this move, and basically talking about the fact that, like, they're going to cancel their pre-orders and stuff. Obviously, this is not going to have a dent in sales. We're talking about Call of Duty here. I mean, recently, the success of Borderlands 3 being, like, the most successful 2K launch in history and the highest selling PC game they've ever had. Twice the concurrent players on PC versus Borderlands 2.
Yep.
It just demonstrates that no matter how angry core gaming audiences get, it doesn't really put a dent in sales.
Yeah,
like,
I knew that was going to happen.
It was always going to happen.
You
Do you know what I mean? Like, but it's just a disappointing move from a company that, you know, ultimately in the case of Sony, we like to think that they could do better than this. With Activision, hell yeah, man, we knew this was coming.
Definitely.
I mean, they've already leaked the existence of loot boxes in their game. That was already discovered in the beta as well. Even though they're like, no loot boxes at launch, they've already discovered them. They're on the way. We knew Activision was going to do something like this. It's just disappointing to see that Sony is also doing
And look,
this.
it might not hurt sales, but of course it damages reputation, it damages branding. I mean, if we look at 2K, the NBA 2K20 or whatever, it's 0.7 on Metacritic at the moment. It might have sold really well, but like the damage it does, it's just not worth it in my
catches up with
opinion.
you in the end.
It does. It's not part of the long game strategy. And Sony, don't do that again, please. Okay,
Very
people
bad.
are going to be very angry. We still love you though, but still not good.
Nice, Sam. nice moral high ground.
There we go,
Yeah,
moral
there,
high
Sam.
ground. Okay.
That's right. Thank you very much, guys. We'll keep you updated on any more drama. There's sure to be some more updates on this. We'll let you know how it goes. Laymen out. We'll see you next time.
Rewind time, everybody.